She destroyed my solar panels at 3 a.m. I watched it happen on my security camera. Patricia Whitmore, HOA president in her red suit and perfect blonde bob, spray painting $18,000 worth of equipment while I slept. She left a note in red marker, unauthorized materials, removed for community safety. But this wasn't about safety. Patricia had been stealing from our neighborhood for 4 years, over $300,000 embezzled. She targeted single mothers, elderly couples, anyone too terrified to fight back. When I exposed her, she came after my family, posted my address online, threatened my 7-year-old daughter, tried to destroy everything I'd built. Big mistake because Patricia didn't know I'm an electrical engineer who designs power grids. What I did next flipped the entire neighborhood upside down. I built a solar empire that generates $50,000 every month, powers 200 homes, and sent her to prison. The ending will blow your mind. Drop a comment right now and tell me where you're watching from. Seriously, I want to see how many states and countries this reaches. I'm standing in my backyard, cold beer in hand, watching the sunset bleed orange and purple across the Colorado sky. This is it. After 15 years of grinding as an electrical engineer, saving every damn penny, working weekends, skipping vacations, I finally bought my dream home. Meadowbrook Estates, 3 bedrooms, 2-car garage. Quarter-acre lot backing up to open space with mountain views that make your chest tight. Inside, my wife Sarah is unpacking boxes in the kitchen, humming along to some song on the radio. She's happy, really happy. For the first time in years, I can see the stress melting off her shoulders. Our daughter Emma, just turned 7, is on the driveway drawing chalk princesses, purple castles, rainbow unicorns. Her laugh echoes through the quiet suburban street. Everything feels perfect, too perfect. Then I see her, a woman marching across my lawn like she owns it, not walking, marching, each step aggressive and deliberate. Mid-50s, blonde bob so sharp and perfect it looks like a weapon. She's wearing a bright red pantsuit, jacket buttoned tight, pants pressed with military precision. Clipboard clutched against her chest like a shield. Her heels sink into my grass with each step. She doesn't care. I set down my beer, walk toward the property line. You must be the new owner. Not a question, a statement. Her voice is clipped, cold, her smile doesn't reach her eyes. That's me, Jake Morrison. I extend my hand, try to be friendly. She ignores it completely, doesn't even glance at it. Patricia Whitmore, HOA president, we need to discuss your landscaping violations. My stomach drops. Violations? I just moved in 3 days ago. She taps her pen against the clipboard, sharp little clicks. Your trash cans are visible from the street. That's a $50 fine. Your mailbox numbers are brass instead of brushed nickel. Another $50. And you're welcome, Matt. She pauses, and I swear their satisfaction in her eyes is burgundy. Approved colors are navy or forest green only. That's another $50 violation. I stare at her. You're joking? I don't joke about community standards, Mr. Morrison. She tears off 3 pink carbon copy citations from her clipboard, hands them to me. Payment is due within 14 days. Late fees accrue at 10% weekly. Wait, you're fining me $150 for a welcome mat color, for 3 violations, the welcome mat, the mailbox, the trash cans. She's already turning away. I suggest you review the HOA covenant. It's 340 pages. Ignorance isn't an excuse. Hold on, but she's gone, walking back across my lawn, leaving heel divots in the grass I just had professionally sodded 2 days ago. Sarah appears at my shoulder. What was that about? I'm holding 3 pink citations. My hands are shaking, not from fear, from rage. That woman just fined us $150 for a welcome mat. She what? Emma runs up, chalk dust on her hands. Daddy, who was that mean lady? Mean lady. My 7-year-old daughter nailed it in 2 words. I look down at the citations. Patricia Whitmore's signature in red ink at the bottom of each one, loops aggressive and sharp. Something cold settles in my chest. A warning bell I don't recognize yet. I just bought my dream home. And I'm already at war. What I don't know yet, what I can't know yet, is that Patricia Whitmore has done this to 17 other families in this neighborhood, and every single one of them broke. Every single one paid. Every single one surrendered. She's counting on me doing the same. 3 months later, I'm drowning. $2,400 in HOA fines, and counting. Grass half an inch too long, $50. Halloween decorations stayed up 1 day past November 1st. $75. My truck parked in the driveway overnight instead of the garage. $100. A garden hose visible from the street, $50. Christmas lights installed on December 1st instead of December 10th per seasonal decoration protocols, $125. Every single citation signed by Patricia Whitmore in red ink. Every single one feels personal. Sarah stopped humming. The stress is back in her shoulders. Emma asks why the mean lady keeps leaving pink papers on our door. I'm sitting at the kitchen table at midnight, surrounded by bills. HOA citations. Electric bills that make me want to scream. $380 last month for electricity. Sarah works from home now. Emma's got a gaming setup in her room. Colorado winters mean the heater runs constantly. We're bleeding money, but I've got a plan. See, my specialty isn't just electrical engineering, it's renewable energy systems. I design solar grids for commercial buildings. Industrial parks. I just finished a hospital project that won a National Efficiency Award. I know solar inside and out, and I know we could cut our electric bill by 80%, maybe eliminate it completely. I'm sketching on graph paper when Sarah looks over my shoulder. What's all this? Solar panels, babe, roof-mounted system, 24 panels, we could cut our bill to almost nothing. The system pays for itself in 6 years. After that, pure savings. Her eyes light up. First time I've seen that spark in weeks. That's amazing. When do we start? I'm meeting with installers next week. I already checked state and county codes. We're good to go. No restrictions. She kisses the top of my head. You're brilliant, I smile, but something feels off, a nagging tension in my gut. I pull up the HOA covenant on my laptop, all 340 pages. Start searching for any mention of solar panels. Nothing, renewable energy, nothing, architectural modifications, there's a section, but it's vague. Homeowners may make reasonable improvements to their property consistent with neighborhood aesthetic standards. Solar panels are reasonable. They're legal under state law. Colorado even has protections for homeowners installing renewable energy. I'm in the clear. What I don't know, what I can't know yet, is that Patricia Whitmore is 2 streets over in her living room. She's got binoculars. She's watching my house through her window. She saw the solar company van parked in my driveway this afternoon. She already knows my plan. And right now, at 11:47 p.m., she's typing an emergency email to the HOA board. Subject line, urgent architectural emergency requiring immediate rule amendment. The trap is being set. I'm walking right into it. I close my laptop, finish my cold coffee, look at the sketches spread across the table. 24 solar panels, grid tie inverter, battery backup system. Estimated annual savings, $4,200. In 6 years, we'd break even. After that, we'd essentially have free electricity for the next 25 years. It's perfect. Sarah's already asleep on the couch. Emma's nightlight glows from upstairs. I feel something close to hope for the first time since we moved here. The solar panels are going to change everything. I'm right about that. Just not in the way I think. Because in 4 days, I'm going to get a letter that will make my blood run cold. And Patricia Whitmore will show me exactly how far she's willing to go to maintain control. The letter arrives on a Tuesday. Heavy cream-colored envelope. HOA logo embossed in gold. My name and address printed in formal typeface. My hands shake as I tear it open. Notice of architectural violation and denial. I read it twice, 3 times. The words don't make sense. They rejected my solar panel application. Not just rejected, denied with prejudice. Permanently. The reason? Aesthetic disruption to neighborhood character and property value degradation concerns per Emergency Board Resolution 2024-17 enacted October 15th. I check my phone. Today is October 18th. 3 days ago, I didn't even submit an application yet. My consultation with the solar company was 6 days ago. We were still finalizing designs. I hadn't filed anything with the HOA. Somehow Patricia Whitmore knew about my plans before I made them official. She called an emergency board meeting, pushed through a new rule, and preemptively blocked me. The letter is signed by all 3 board members, Patricia Whitmore. Donald Chen, wait, no, Donald Matthews, Karen Foster, but Patricia's signature is bigger, bolder, red ink while the others used blue. I read the attached emergency resolution. 2 pages of legal language that boils down to no solar panels, ever, for any reason. Violation subject to immediate fines and potential foreclosure proceedings. Someone told her, but who? The solar company? No, they have confidentiality agreements. A neighbor. Maybe someone saw the van, or maybe she's just watching, all the time, waiting for people to step out of line. I call the HOA office. Straight to voicemail, generic recording. Leave a message after the tone. This is Jake Morrison. I need to speak with Patricia Whitmore immediately about this solar panel denial. This is illegal under Colorado state law. Call me back. I email Patricia directly. Subject, urgent solar panel denial violates state law. Automated reply, I am currently out of the office and will respond to emails within 5 minutes 7 business days. She's in the office, I know she is. I drive to her house. 2 streets over, big colonial with perfect landscaping. Her Mercedes is in the driveway. I ring the doorbell. Wait, ring it again. Wait, 5 times, nothing. I can see shadows moving inside through the frosted glass door panel. She's home. She's ignoring me. I stand there for 10 minutes, ringing the bell, knocking. Finally, a voice through the door. You're trespassing, Mr. Morrison. Leave immediately or I'm calling the police. You can't ban solar panels. It's protected under state law. Leave now. I drive home, hands gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles go white. 3 days later, another letter arrives, different envelope, heavier paper, law firm letterhead. Whitmore and Associates Legal Group. My blood runs cold. Cease and desist, unauthorized construction activities. I read the first paragraph and my vision tunnels. They're threatening to sue me, not for installing solar panels, for planning to install them, for intent to violate HOA architectural standards, for verbal inquiries constituting unauthorized preliminary construction activities. They're demanding $5,000 in administrative processing fees for handling my inquiry. I didn't inquire. I didn't submit anything. They're extorting me for thinking about solar panels. The letter is signed by Patricia Whitmore-esque. She's a lawyer, she runs a law firm, and she's using it as a weapon. Sarah finds me sitting on the kitchen floor. Letter crumpled in my fist. I don't remember sitting down. Jake, baby, what's wrong? I look up at her. Something dark and cold crystallizes in my chest, something I've never felt before. Pure, calculated rage. She just made the biggest mistake of her life. Robert Martinez's office smells like old books and coffee. He's sitting across from me, mid-40s, sharp eyes, kind face. His wall is covered with framed newspaper clippings. Local attorney defeats predatory HOA. Martinez wins $2 million settlement for homeowners. HOA forced to pay restitution after years of illegal fines. I brought everything, every citation, every letter. Every email, 4 months of documentation in a manila folder that's bursting at the seams. He reads in silence, 10 minutes, 15, just turning pages. His expression doesn't change. Finally, he looks up. Jake, do you know what you have here? A nightmare? A goldmine? He spreads the papers across his desk like he's laying out a winning hand of cards. This HOA is operating illegally in at least 7 different ways. My heart starts pounding. What? First, they don't have authority to deny solar installations. Colorado Solar Rights Act of 2021. State law explicitly protects homeowners installing renewable energy systems. HOAs can regulate placement and appearance, but they cannot prohibit installation. Their blanket ban is illegal. He taps another document. Second, their fee structure violates the Uniform Common Interest Ownership Act. They're charging penalties without proper notice procedures. They're assessing administrative fees that aren't authorized in their bylaws. Can they do that? No, that's why it's illegal. He pulls out a financial spreadsheet. Third, and this is the big one, they've been embezzling. The room tilts. What? Look at these budget reports, public record. I pulled them this morning. The HOA collected $340,000 in fees last year from 200 homes. That's standard, about $1,700 per home annually, but look at documented expenses. He slides the paper toward me. $89,000 in total expenses, landscaping, snow removal, common area maintenance, all reasonable, so where's the other $251,000? I stare at the numbers, they don't add up, literally. Patricia Whitmore has been paying herself a management salary. $15,000 per month. That's $180,000 per year to manage a 200-home subdivision that should require maybe 20 hours of work per month max. That's theft. That's felony theft, ongoing. For at least 4 years based on the records I found. He leans forward, eyes intense. She's stolen well over $1 million from this community. I can't breathe. How is she getting away with this? Because nobody checks. Nobody asks questions. HOA board meetings are boring. Financial reports are dry. She counts on people not paying attention. And when someone does question her, he taps my stack of citations. She buries them in violations until they shut up or move away. What do we do? Robert Martinez smiles. It's not a friendly smile, it's a predator's smile. We give Patricia Whitmore enough rope to hang herself. He pulls out a legal pad, starts writing. Here's the play. You're going to submit a formal solar panel application by the book. Every form, every specification, every single requirement in the HOA covenant, you're going to make it perfect, unassailable. They'll just deny it again. Exactly, and when they do, they'll be violating state law in writing. On record, then we file suit, not just for the solar panels, for everything, the illegal fees, the embezzlement, the harassment, civil RICO charges for operating a corrupt organization. My hands are shaking. Will it work, Jake? I've done this 17 times, I've never lost. He looks me dead in the eye. But I need you to understand something. This is going to get worse before it gets better. Patricia Whitmore is going to come after you, hard. She's going to make your life hell. Can you handle that? I think about Sarah's stress. Emma asking about the mean lady, 4 months of fines for welcome mats and mailbox colors. Yeah, I can handle it. Good. Because we're about to go to war. I'm standing in my driveway at 6:47 a.m., still in pajamas, coffee mug in hand, staring at what Patricia Whitmore just did. Every single solar panel, 24 premium solar panels. Delivered yesterday afternoon, paid in full. $18,000 ready to install this weekend, but now they're destroyed, spray-painted. Bright pink paint across the photovoltaic surfaces, thick coats dripping down the edges. Completely ruined, unfixable, and there's a note, zip-tied to one of the panels, written in red marker in aggressive, sharp handwriting, unauthorized materials removed for community safety. HOA board, my hands go numb. Sarah appears beside me. Oh my God. Call the police now, but I already know. I pull out my phone, open the Ring app, rewind the footage, 3:14 a.m., motion detected. Patricia Whitmore's black Mercedes pulls into my driveway, headlights off. She steps out. There's someone with her, two men I don't recognize. One's carrying spray paint cans, the other has bolt cutters. They work fast, efficient. 20 minutes of systematic destruction. Patricia supervises, pointing, directing. She's wearing a long coat over what looks like the same red suit. Her blonde bob is perfect even at 3 a.m. The footage is crystal clear, every face. Every motion, everything. I call Robert Martinez. I've got her, felony property destruction, trespassing, vandalism, everything. Send me the footage right now, don't post it anywhere. We need to be strategic about this. But Sarah has other ideas, she's already on her laptop. No, everyone needs to see who she really is. Sarah, Jake, she destroyed $18,000 of our property. She came to our house in the middle of the night. What's she going to do next? Break our windows, hurt Emma, her voice cracks. People need to know, she's right, I send her the footage. By 9 a.m., it's posted on the Meadowbrook Estates Facebook group. 847 members. By noon, it's been shared 847 times. By 2 p.m., my phone won't stop ringing. Channel 9 News. Denver Post, 3 local radio stations. But more importantly, neighbors, text messages flooding in from numbers I don't recognize. She fined me $300 for a pink flamingo in my garden. She threatened to foreclose on my mother's house over a garden gnome. She had my car towed from my own driveway while I was unloading groceries. She made me remove a bench from my front porch. Said it was unauthorized outdoor furniture. By 5 p.m., I've got 17 confirmed families, 17 stories, over $50,000 in bogus fines between them. Mrs. Rodriguez, 74 years old, paid $4,000 to make violations go away. The Johnsons, young couple with twin babies, paid $2,800 to stop harassment over their porch light. Michael Grant, widower, high school teacher, paid $5,500 after Patricia threatened to report his illegal home business. He was teaching piano lessons to 3 neighborhood kids in his living room. Every single person has the same story. Patricia targets them, buries them in violations, then offers to resolve the issue for cash under the table, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, always labeled as something innocent. Consulting fee, landscaping advice, administrative processing, extortion, systematic, organized, calculated, and she's been doing it for years. Channel 9 shows up at 6 p.m., reporter, camera crew, they want an interview. I show them everything, the destroyed panels, the Ring footage, the citations, the threatening letters. The story airs at 10 p.m. By midnight, it's picked up by the AP Wire. By morning, it's national news. Patricia Whitmore's face is everywhere. Standing over my destroyed solar panels at 3 a.m. Spray paint can visible in the frame. Her reign of terror is finally exposed, but she's not done fighting, not even close. Because when cornered animals get desperate, they bite back harder than you can imagine. The emergency HOA meeting is packed, standing room only, every seat in the community center filled with angry homeowners clutching files, folders, binders, evidence of years of abuse. The air crackles with rage. Patricia Whitmore sits at the front table, flanked by 2 board members who both look like they'd rather be anywhere else. Donald Matthews is sweating. Karen Foster won't make eye contact with anyone, but Patricia looks calm, too calm. She's wearing a pink blazer and cream pants. Her blonde bob is perfect, makeup flawless. She's got her clipboard, her red pen, everything precisely in place, like nothing's wrong. Like she didn't just commit felony vandalism 4 nights ago. I'm in the front row. Robert Martinez beside me, briefcase full of evidence at our feet. Patricia calls the meeting to order, gavel hitting the table with sharp cracks. Item 1 on the agenda. Discussion of unauthorized social media posts defaming board members and you spray-painted my solar panels. I'm on my feet. Voice loud, every head turns. You destroyed $18,000 of my property, you trespassed, you committed vandalism. The room erupts, everyone's shouting at once. She fined me for a garden gnome. She stole $4,000 from my mother. She threatened my children. Patricia slams the gavel. Once, twice, 5 times. You are all out of order. This behavior is... No, Patricia. Robert Martinez stands. The room goes silent. He's got that lawyer presence that makes people stop and listen. You are out of order. He opens his briefcase, pulls out a thick folder, sets it on the table with a heavy thud. You've been embezzling HOA funds for 4 years, minimum $900,000 stolen from this community. You've violated Colorado Solar Rights Act. You've committed property destruction, trespassing, harassment, witness intimidation, and fraud. The district attorney received my formal complaint this morning, along with 47 pages of evidence, financial records, video footage, testimony from 17 families. Patricia's face goes white, then red, then purple. You have no idea what you're. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm a real estate attorney who specializes in predatory HOAs. I've done this 17 times, I've never lost. Robert steps closer to the table. You're done, Patricia, it's over. She stands up, chair scraping back. Her hands are shaking, trembling with rage. You have no idea who you're dealing with. Her voice is shrill now, high-pitched, all control gone. My husband is a judge, my brother is on the city council, I have connections. I have power, she points a shaking finger at me. I will destroy you, I will take your house, your family, your job, everything you think you've won. You think some cheap lawyer and a viral video will stop me. She's screaming now. Spit flying, face contorted. I run this community, I built this place. Every single one of you would be living in chaos without me. The room is dead silent. 70 people watching her unravel in real time. I will burn your life down, I will make you wish you never moved here. I will, Mrs. Whitmore. A new voice, calm, official, everyone turns, 2 police officers standing in the doorway. We have a warrant for your arrest. Patricia's mouth opens, closes, opens again, no sound comes out. The taller officer steps forward. Patricia Whitmore, you're under arrest for felony theft, embezzlement, property destruction, and criminal threatening. You have the right to remain silent. I watch them handcuff her, right there in front of everyone, she's still screaming. You can't do this, I know my rights, my husband will. They walk her out, her voice echoing down the hallway. Getting quieter, finally silent. The community center is absolutely still, 70 people, nobody moving, nobody breathing, then someone starts clapping, slow at first, then faster, Mrs. Rodriguez, standing, tears streaming down her face. Clapping, then someone else joins, then another, then everyone, standing ovation. 70 people applauding Patricia Whitmore's arrest. I sit down, hands shaking, heart pounding, Sarah squeezes my shoulder, it's over. But it's not over. Not yet, because what I'm about to do next will change this entire neighborhood forever. 3 days after Patricia's arrest, a county investigator shows up at her door. Detective Lisa Barnes, late 30s, sharp eyes. 20-year veteran of white-collar crime investigations. She's built careers on taking down corrupt officials. I know this because Robert gets updates, and Robert tells me everything. They seized Patricia's computer, her phone, her home office files, 4 years of HOA bank statements, personal bank records, emails, text messages, everything. What they found makes my stomach turn. Patricia wasn't just embezzling. She was running a full-scale extortion operation. Systematic, organized, predatory, her method was simple, brutal, effective, target new homeowners, people who just bought their dream homes. People who are already stressed about mortgages and moving costs. Bury them in violations within the first week. Mailboxes, welcome mats, trash cans, ridiculous things that nobody could possibly know about. Then wait. Let the fines pile up. Let the stress build. Let them panic. Then she'd show up, friendly, understanding, offering a solution. These violations could lead to foreclosure proceedings, legal fees, years of harassment. But I can make it all go away. For a consulting fee, cash off the books. Nobody needs to know. And people paid, they paid because they were scared, because they didn't know their rights, because Patricia made them believe she had absolute power. Over $73,000 collected this way, just from the cash payments they could trace. But here's what makes my blood boil, what makes me want to put my fist through a wall. She specifically targeted vulnerable people. Single mothers, elderly homeowners on fixed incomes, young couples with babies, anyone she thought wouldn't fight back, anyone who looked weak. Mrs. Rodriguez, 74 years old, living on Social Security. Patricia threatened foreclosure over a mailbox violation. Mrs. Rodriguez paid $4,000 in cash, money she'd saved for her grandson's college fund. The Johnsons, first-time homeowners, twins born premature. Medical bills crushing them. Patricia showed up 2 weeks after they moved in, cited them for 15 violations, offered to resolve everything for $2,800. They paid using credit cards, went into debt. Michael Grant, high school teacher, widower, lost his wife to cancer 3 years ago, barely holding it together. Patricia threatened to report his illegal home business to the city. He was teaching piano lessons to 3 neighborhood kids. Earning maybe $200 a month, she demanded $5,500. He paid using his wife's life insurance money. Every single victim chosen carefully, strategically, like a predator selecting the weakest prey. The county is filing 23 felony counts. Theft by extortion, wire fraud, money laundering, racketeering, criminal threatening, property destruction, false reporting, Each count carries 2 to 6 years. Robert calls me with updates. They're building an airtight case. She's done, completely done. But Patricia still has one card to play. See, when powerful people get cornered, when they realize they're losing everything, they don't surrender quietly. They lash out. They try to take everyone down with them. And Patricia Whitmore is about to show me exactly how dangerous a cornered predator can be, because 3 days later, I'm at work when my phone explodes. Notifications, hundreds of them. Facebook, Instagram, email, text messages, all saying the same thing. Have you seen this? I opened Facebook. Patricia Whitmore posted a manifesto, 17 paragraphs, single-spaced, all caps. Posted on every social media platform, every neighborhood forum, the HOA website, everywhere. The headline, The Truth About Jake Morrison, a dangerous criminal conspiracy. My hands start shaking. She's claiming I'm the criminal. That I threatened her, that I fabricated evidence, that I'm part of a conspiracy to illegally seize HOA assets and terrorize law-abiding board members trying to protect the community. And then I see it, my home address. Posted publicly, my work address, my phone number, Sarah's full name, Emma's school name and location. She's doxing my entire family. The post ends with a call to action. Concerned homeowners must protect themselves and their families from dangerous criminals like Jake Morrison. Stay vigilant, report suspicious activity, defend your community. It's a dog whistle, a call for harassment, for violence. And people are responding. My phone won't stop ringing. I'm in a conference room at work, door locked, trying to breathe. Sarah calls first, her voice is shaking. Someone threw a brick through my car window. I was at the grocery store. There's a note, it says drop the lawsuit or next time it's your house. My vision tunnels. Are you okay? Where's Emma? She's at school. I'm heading there now to pick her up early. She's crying. Jake, I'm scared. Go get Emma. Take her to your mom's house. Don't come home. I'm leaving work right now. I hang up, call the school. The principal answers, Miss Fletcher. She sounds uncomfortable. Mr. Morrison, we need to discuss something. We received a call this morning. Anonymous, claiming concerns about Emma's home environment, about potential abuse or neglect. The room spins. That's a lie. I understand, but we're required by law to investigate any reports. A social worker will need to visit your home and speak with Emma. It's protocol. I'm sorry. Someone is trying to hurt my family. This is retaliation. I believe you, but my hands are tied. Please cooperate with the social worker. It'll be fine. I drive home, 70 in a 45 zone. Don't care. Robert calls. Jake, where are you? Driving home. Someone threatened Sarah. They're coming after Emma now. Listen to me. This is actually good. Good, I'm screaming into the phone. My family is being threatened. My daughter's school thinks I'm abusing her. How is any of this good? Because Patricia just committed witness intimidation, criminal threatening. Harassment in writing, on public platforms with timestamps and IP addresses. She's digging her own grave. I don't care about legal victories right now. I care about my family. I know, his voice softens. But Jake, she's spiraling. When people like Patricia lose control, they make mistakes, big ones. She just handed us everything we need. Criminal charges on top of criminal charges. The FBI is getting involved for wire fraud and racketeering. The FBI, she used the internet to coordinate harassment. She crossed state lines with some of her financial transactions. It's federal now. This is huge. I pull into my driveway. There's graffiti on my garage door, red spray paint. Liar, thief, get out. My hands are shaking so hard I can barely hold the steering wheel. Robert, I need this to stop today. It will. She's in custody again. They arrested her an hour ago for violating her bail conditions. No bail this time. She's staying locked up until trial. I sit in my car, staring at the graffiti at my house. My dream home that's become a nightmare. Sarah's car pulls up, Emma in the backseat looking scared and confused. I get out, hug them both, hold them tight. Emma looks up at me. Daddy, why did someone write on our garage? I don't have an answer. That night, I'm sitting in my garage at 2 a.m. Can't sleep. Sarah and Emma are at her mother's house 40 minutes away. I'm alone, surrounded by electrical diagrams. Permitting documents, solar panel specifications, and I finally see it. The perfect revenge, not violence, not chaos, not stooping to Patricia's level. Something better, something brilliant. Something that will transform this entire neighborhood and generate enough money to not just recover what was stolen, but to build something permanent. I pull up Colorado state law, start reading, the Community Solar Gardens Act. And I start to smile. Because Patricia Whitmore destroyed my solar panels, but what I'm about to build will power 200 homes and make her HOA $50,000 every single month. The war isn't over. It's just beginning, but now I'm fighting on my terms. I'm standing in front of 70 homeowners in the community center, 2 weeks after Patricia's second arrest. She's still in jail, no bail, awaiting trial. The HOA board is dissolved. Patricia's gone. Donald Matthews resigned. Karen Foster resigned. Nobody wants the liability. According to the bylaws, in the absence of a board, major decisions require a simple majority vote at a special meeting. I called this meeting, and I'm about to present the most important proposal of my life. Robert Martinez is beside me. Behind us, a projection screen showing electrical diagrams, financial projections, and satellite imagery of the neighborhood. Thank you all for coming, I start. My voice is steady, confident. I'm Jake Morrison. Most of you know my story. Patricia Whitmore destroyed my solar panels, targeted my family, but that's over now. Tonight I want to talk about the future. I click to the next slide, aerial view of Meadowbrook Estates. Behind my property is HOA common space, undeveloped land currently used for nothing. Just empty grass that gets mowed twice a month. Click engineering diagram. I'm proposing to lease that space from the HOA for $1 per year and build a community solar array, not just for my house. For every single home in this subdivision. Murmurs ripple through the crowd. Here's how it works. I design and build a 2.4 megawatt solar installation, grid-tied with battery backup. Using my own money, financed through grants and renewable energy loans that I'll personally guarantee. Click cost breakdown. Construction cost $1.8 million. Sounds like a lot, but watch what happens. Click. Financial projections. Right now, you're all paying an average of $320 per month for electricity. Under this system, you'd pay me $190 per month. That's a $130 monthly savings, over $1,500 per year per household. Mrs. Rodriguez raises her hand. And what does the HOA get? This is the best part. The solar array will generate 2.4 megawatts of power. That's enough to supply all 200 homes with surplus left over. That surplus energy gets sold back to the main grid at wholesale rates. Conservative estimate based on Colorado's renewable energy credits and wholesale power prices, $50,000 to $60,000 per month in revenue. The room goes silent. That money goes directly into the HOA operating fund. No more annual fees, no more special assessments. The HOA will be fully funded for decades, maybe forever. Michael Grant stands. This is legal. Patricia can't stop it. Robert steps forward. Completely legal. State law protects community solar projects. The county already pre-approved the permitting, and Patricia Whitmore has zero authority. She's in jail awaiting trial on 23 felony counts. Someone in the back shouts, "What's the catch?" No catch, I take all the financial risk. I guarantee the construction, you get cheaper power, the HOA gets permanent funding. Everyone wins. Except Patricia, someone says. The room erupts in applause and laughter. I wait for it to quiet down. We need a simple majority to approve the lease. 101 votes out of 200 homes, show of hands. Who's in favor? Hands shoot up. Everywhere, I start counting. Mrs. Rodriguez, Michael Grant, the Johnsons, families I've never met, people who suffered under Patricia's tyranny for years. Robert counts the other side of the room. Final tally. 187 votes in favor, 4 against, 9 abstentions. It's not even close. The proposal passes with overwhelming support. 6 weeks later, construction begins, 40 workers, 600 solar panels. State-of-the-art inverters, Tesla Powerwall battery systems. The array goes live on a sunny Tuesday in April. My first electric bill under the new system, negative $47. The utility company paid me. Mrs. Rodriguez's bill, $173, down from $340. The Johnsons, $201, down from $385. Every single household saves money. And the HOA, first month revenue, $52,000. Second month, $58,000. Third month, $61,000. The HOA fund that Patricia drained is being refilled, faster than anyone imagined. The solar array hums quietly behind my house. 600 panels angled perfectly toward the southern sky, catching every photon of Colorado sunshine, converting it into clean, endless power. It's beautiful, not just aesthetically. Though it is striking, rows of dark blue panels stretching across what used to be empty HOA land. Organized, efficient, purposeful, but beautiful because of what it represents: freedom, independence, community strength. Everything Patricia Whitmore tried to destroy. I'm standing at the main inverter station. Laptop open, monitoring real-time output, 11 am on a clear day. The system is generating 1.9 megawatts peak efficiency. Sarah walks up, she's smiling, really smiling. For the first time in months, the stress is gone from her face. Our electric bill came $22. $22. We used more power than usual because of Emma's birthday party. 17 kids, bouncy house, extra air conditioning, and it still cost $22. I pull her clothes, kiss the top of her head. We did it. You did it. No, we did it together. Emma runs up. She's 10 now, growing fast, Dad. Mrs. Rodriguez wants to talk to you. Mrs. Rodriguez approaches slowly. She's 76 now, 2 years since Patricia's arrest, but she looks younger, lighter, the weight of fear lifted. Jake, I wanted to thank you again. Her voice cracks. My electric bill used to be $340. I was skipping meals some months to afford it. Now it's $165. I can breathe again. You don't have to keep thanking me, Mrs. Rodriguez. Yes, I do. You gave me my life back. She's not the only one. Michael Grant got promoted to department chair at his high school. He's teaching again with passion, no longer crushed under the weight of Patricia's extortion. The Johnsons had another baby, a little girl. They named her Hope. 17 families, all recovering, all rebuilding, but the impact goes beyond just our neighborhood. Channel 9 did a follow-up story. From HOA nightmare to solar success, how one engineer transformed his community. It went national, then international. I started getting calls from other neighborhoods, other HOAs, other people suffering under corrupt boards. Can you help us do what you did? 3 communities in Colorado adopted the same model. Then Texas. Then Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington, 17 communities so far, all building community solar arrays. All breaking free from predatory HOA boards. I consult for free, share my designs, my permitting strategies, my financial models, because this was never about money. It was about proving something, that good people can still win. That standing your ground matters. That one person with knowledge and determination can change everything. The HOA fund now has $1.6 million in reserves, more money than Patricia stole, more money than they've ever had. They repaved every street, built 2 new playgrounds, started a community garden, created a college scholarship fund for neighborhood kids. Emma won the first scholarship, $5,000 toward her education. She wants to be an engineer like her dad. I'm standing in my backyard, the same spot where I first met Patricia Whitmore 5 years ago, when she marched across my lawn with her clipboard and red pen and tried to break me with fines over welcome mats. The sunset is painting the sky orange and purple again, just like that first night, but everything is different now. The solar panels behind me are generating power. Even as the sun sets, the battery systems are storing energy for the night. Sarah is inside making dinner. Emma is doing homework at the kitchen table, and I finally feel peace. The courtroom is cold, fluorescent lights humming overhead. Sterile, clinical, the kind of place where lives get measured and weighed and judged. I'm sitting in the gallery with Sarah. 3rd row, Robert Martinez is at the prosecutor's table as a witness consultant. Patricia Whitmore sits at the defense table. She looks different now, smaller somehow, no power suit, no perfect blonde bob, it's grown out, gray roots showing, no makeup, no clipboard, no red pen. Just an Orange County Jail jumpsuit and handcuffs, 2 years of pretrial motions and legal battles. Her expensive lawyers tried everything. Suppression motions, change of venue, competency hearings, plea deals. The prosecution rejected every plea offer. They wanted a trial. They wanted accountability. And today is verdict day. The jury filed back in 20 minutes ago, 12 faces, serious, somber. The judge looks at the jury foreman. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. Please read the verdicts. The foreman stands, unfolds a piece of paper. On count 1, felony embezzlement of HOA funds. We find the defendant guilty. Patricia closes her eyes. Count 2, felony theft by extortion, guilty. Her lawyer puts his hand on her shoulder. Count 3, wire fraud, guilty. Count 4, money laundering, guilty. Count 5, witness intimidation, guilty. Count 6, criminal threatening, guilty. Count 7, property destruction, guilty. It goes on for 7 minutes, 23 counts, 23 guilty verdicts, not a single acquittal. Patricia's face crumbles, she's crying, shoulders shaking. Her lawyer whispers something, but she doesn't respond. The judge sets a sentencing date 3 weeks from today. We come back for sentencing on a cold morning in November. Patricia's lawyer argues for leniency, house arrest, suspended sentence, community service. He talks about her difficult childhood and mental health struggles and capacity for rehabilitation. It sounds hollow, desperate. The prosecutor stands. She's been waiting for this moment. Your Honor, the defendant stole $324,000 from families who trusted her. She specifically targeted vulnerable people, single mothers, elderly homeowners, young couples with children, people who couldn't fight back. When she was caught, when Mr. Morrison exposed her crimes, she didn't show remorse. She doubled down. She threatened a 7-year-old child. She incited harassment. She tried to destroy the lives of everyone who stood up to her. The prosecutor pauses, looks directly at Patricia. She has shown zero remorse, zero accountability, zero recognition of the harm she caused. The judge removes his glasses, rubs his eyes, he looks tired. Miss Whitmore, you were given a position of trust. You were elected to serve your community, to protect homeowners, to manage resources responsibly. Instead, you abused that trust in the worst possible way. You stole, you extorted, you harassed. You targeted the most vulnerable members of your community and you exploited their fear. Patricia is openly sobbing now. I'm sentencing you to 8 years in the Colorado Department of Corrections, plus full restitution to all victims, plus $500,000 in punitive damages to be paid to the Meadowbrook Estates HOA fund. You will be eligible for parole after serving 5 years. The gavel comes down, Patricia is led away, still crying, still trying to say something, but the words are incoherent. Outside the courthouse, 17 families are waiting. People whose lives she tried to ruin. Mrs. Rodriguez, the Johnsons, Michael Grant. Faces I've come to know well over 2 years of legal battles. We don't celebrate, we don't cheer, we just stand together in the November sunshine. Justice isn't always satisfying, it doesn't erase the harm, it doesn't give back the years of stress and fear. But it matters. It tells the world that actions have consequences, that corruption has a price, that good people stood up and won. 2 years later, I'm standing in my backyard. The same spot where this all started. Where Patricia Whitmore marched across my lawn 7 years ago with her clipboard and her citations and her absolute certainty that she could break me. The solar array behind my house is humming. Quiet, constant, reliable, converting Colorado sunshine into power for 200 families. Emma is 12 now. She's playing in the common space with the Rodriguez kids and the Johnson twins. The area that used to be off-limits, that Patricia controlled with an iron fist. Now it's a community garden, playground, open space where kids run and play and laugh. Sarah's vegetable garden has taken over the corner of our yard. Tomatoes, peppers, zucchini, more than we can eat, she gives the surplus to neighbors. The Meadowbrook Estates HOA still exists, but it's completely transformed. New board, elected democratically, term limits. Transparent finances published monthly. Town halls every quarter where anyone can speak. No fines for mailbox colors, no citations for welcome mats, no harassment over trash cans or garden gnomes or porch lights. Just a community taking care of shared spaces. Together, the solar array has now generated $2.1 million in total revenue. Every family saves an average of $1,600 per year on electricity. The HOA fund paid for new street lights, repaved every road, built a community center, started a scholarship fund that sent 9 kids to college so far. Emma won one of those scholarships. $10,000 toward her education. She wants to study electrical engineering, like her dad. My story went viral. National news, magazine profiles. A documentary crew followed me for 6 months. But more importantly, it spread. 23 communities across 7 states have now adopted the same model. Community solar arrays, breaking free from corrupt HOA boards, taking power back. Literally, I consult for free. Share everything I learned. The engineering, the legal strategies, the financial models, the permitting process, because this was never about one neighborhood, it was about proving something bigger, that one person standing up can change everything. That knowledge is power, real power, more powerful than any corrupt board or threatening letter or pink citation, that good people can still win. I get emails every week, letters, messages on social media. You gave us hope, you showed us it was possible, you proved we don't have to live in fear. Patricia Whitmore is in year 4 of her sentence. I heard through Robert that she's taking business ethics classes in prison, accounting. Maybe she's learning something, maybe not. I don't think about her much anymore. I think about the future, about Emma growing up in a community that came together, that stood up to corruption, that built something better. About Sarah smiling every day now, really smiling. The stress gone from her shoulders. About Mrs. Rodriguez being able to afford groceries and medication because her electric bill dropped by half. About Michael Grant teaching piano lessons again, this time with the HOA's full support. They even gave him space in the community center. About 200 families living better lives because we refuse to give up. I'm standing in my backyard, cold beer in hand, watching the sunset paint the Colorado sky orange and purple. The solar panels behind me are still generating power even as the sun dips toward the mountains. Battery systems charging, storing energy for the night. Emma runs up. Dad, can we have a barbecue this weekend? Invite everyone, the whole neighborhood. I smile. Yeah, let's do it, because that's what community means. Not rules and citations and fear, but neighbors, friends, people taking care of each other. We didn't just win against Patricia Whitmore, we changed the game. And if you're dealing with a corrupt HOA, if you're being harassed or extorted or threatened, know this: you don't have to surrender, you don't have to live in fear. You can fight back, legally, strategically, intelligently, and you can win. If this story inspired you, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And drop a comment below, tell me your story. Are you dealing with HOA issues? What state are you in? What's your biggest challenge? I read every single comment and I respond when I can. Let's build a community of people who refuse to be bullied, who stand up for what's right, who prove every single day that good people can still win. Thanks for watching. And remember, your power isn't given to you by a board or a president or a piece of paper. Your power comes from standing up.